Hello everyone and welcome back to Niche, and we are here with our tribe of misfits and castaways who are in a bit of a sticky situation. We have a defender bear chasing some of our creatures, and it's not good. It already attacked Lupriku. It seems like it might come after Venuta. It's not too happy because they took down a Bergina, but these guys are on their way to the ports. They're not necessarily going to leave. They're just going to explore and see what they find, and already we have found more healing fruits, so that was good. We've got quite a few around the island, actually. There's actually two more in this dark area. You can see one over there, and one is in this grass. But yeah, we found quite a lot of that. The trouble is we're having a hard time getting enough food. So we've been doing a lot of breeding, which means we have a lot of babies who can't actually do anything at the moment. In fact, let's move Aniel over here. And I think if we can do that, wait. Oh, that's Roller now. I was like, what is he? Who is that? But as long as we can kind of keep these guys moving, then that'll be good. We're trying to move them back to the main area here. And we're hopefully going to be able to have a lot of them start gathering once they grow up. We've just been trying to breed for certain traits, and that means that we have a lot of creatures who really can't do anything. But we also have Roku II, who only has 1 day left of life. So I think we're going to try and breed him with Kois at least once more. And then we'll probably have him sit on the stump where Tana currently is and give his last farewell to the tribe. So let's go ahead, though. We'll start a new day. I kind of want to see what happens down here, so we're going to hang out over here. Oh, it is. Okay, so it's actually not chasing Venuta. It's specifically after Lupriku. And so we definitely want to keep that in mind. Looks like there is a bird up here, too. We have, who is this? A peaceful bear. Oh, it's his last day, too. Oh, why don't... Okay, we're going to, first of all, let's have Kome gather. Second of all, you can gather. And you know what? We're going to skip out on that for today because I want him to come and be able to sit by his friend. He's very much befriended this peaceful bear, and I want him to be able to say goodbye. So let's also have Lenla do some gathering. We've got a rogue on the way, so we got to be kind of careful. I'm actually going to move Anael over here. Let's make sure... Oh, we can't. Okay, well, you're going to have to be the one to attack then. And we can move Lenray up here to help defend. So we got to be kind of careful. Anasi, go ahead and take a swipe at this guy too. And yeah, we're just going to generally be kind of careful here. So I'm going to have Nudakir come up here. The bird is going to come after him if we're not careful, so we got to be cautious. But we'll go ahead, we'll breed them, and then Kois can gather here. So she is pregnant now, she'll be safe. Let's look at who we have here. So we have Railmay, and she actually has pure white fur. We haven't really seen that, and she does have the poison fang. She's pretty much the epitome of what we were hoping to get from this family. This generation, it seems like we had pretty much all girls get the poison fang. Last time it was all boys almost. So that was kind of an interesting turn of events. We'll have you gather here as well. But I'm going to we'll have Tana step down here. We'll make sure Anasi gathers. I'm going to have Roku gather once, and then jump up here, and as it is his last day, we'll go ahead and have him call out to kind of symbolize the passing of their leader. He has been the leader, especially of this portion of the tribe. I mean, it's kind of branched off, but I think everyone here is going to be fairly saddened by his passing. Let's make sure that Lenray also clears some of this grass out. I want to be very careful and keep an eye on things so that this rogue doesn't get any funny ideas about going after Anasi. She could take him out if he does, but if we're across the map, we're not going to see it happen. So let's make sure that Vanu gathers. Nobody here has moved, so they can't just swipe him. But it's actually not terrible that he is doing this because he does have the K immunity as well. So actually I wouldn't entirely mind if he bred with Anasi here. But I don't know. I'm going to have Tana come down here. She can watch over baby Lara. But I'm going to bring Relin over here. And I'm going to bring Anasi back here because I actually wouldn't mind if we bred Relin with the rogue because she also has not the greatest traits, but she's got some good immunity that I wouldn't mind passing on. Now, let's have Venuta come down here and kind of clear a path. We can have Anamace follow him, but I think Lupriku is going to want to possibly take a different path because he's recognized now that the defender bear is chasing him, and it's actually only got a few days left. So if he can hold on for a bit, it might expire on its own. Thankfully, Vanta also has grown up here, and that means that he'll be able to kind of just hop around here, and he can't really gather, but he can keep watch, and he can actually help defend if need be. He does have one strength here, so he can do a little bit of damage if need be. Nuronu is also in need of a healing fruit, so we'll have him hop up here and get one of them. We also want to make sure probably that Kukir will go ahead and have some too, but for now, I think it's more important to get Nuronu's damage down. Let's see. You can at least try to gather. Unfortunately, it didn't even work, but it still poisoned him. Poor guy. I didn't know it was going to poison him if it didn't work. I only thought it was if he was successful. But let's also have Coco destroy this nest. We'll start scooting. Oh, I shouldn't have probably destroyed it, actually. I shouldn't have destroyed it. Well, maybe, yeah, because we can't... No, I didn't want to move Lerno there. Okay. Let's... Alright, I'm going to kind of do a baby swap. We're going to go ahead. We would have probably needed to have them... Well, no, we're going to end up rebuilding a nest on the same spot as where we just destroyed it, and we don't have enough material. Oh, that was a dumb mistake. Oh, thankfully we got enough just right there. Alright, so she can have her last baby. Unfortunately, Lerno is going to be passing away. Well, actually, maybe not. He might survive long enough for one more day to have one more baby. But we'll make sure that Koizray takes care of... Or, Koizray? Coco. What am I saying? Koizray is the other baby. Takes care of Alenta here. And make sure she also stays safe. I don't really want to have a lot of our creatures. Oh, and Dukirku needs to come over here and help out as well. He can kind of come over. I'm going to have him gather... I think we need to have some of our creatures take the risk and gather from the poisonberry bushes, unfortunately, because otherwise we're going to start to run out of food. So let's see. Sakura is also sick. I'm going to have her come over. Well, we'll have her come right here and then swipe up this leech before it can attack her, and she can kind of rest off her sickness, I think. We are still a little bit short, though, on food, unfortunately. Now, this peaceful bear is about to pass away, and so he may eventually, or he may give us quite a bit of food. We'll have to actually see. And also, Rolerno, you can come up here, and yes, you can get a nut out of the acacia tree. That was great. Okay, so our flying creatures do have some use here, and in fact, we probably need to figure out which one of them we're going to end up breeding, because... they're starting to get older. They're not young creatures. Or Lerner only has 13 days left. Sakura has about 14. Yeah, and these guys, we need to figure out which ones we're gonna breed. I hope he can't get sick from Alenta. He's up in the trees, so I would think not, but I don't know. So he has D and C, C and A, D and C, and D and A. D and C. Darn it. None of the females have very good genes in that respect, and we've got to be careful with his eyesight, but I'm kind of tempted to try and possibly end up breeding him. I think we're going to have to breed him with multiple females perhaps, but maybe with Tana. We definitely want to get these blind eyes out if at all possible, but I don't want to lose these winged genes. They're pretty important, and unfortunately we do have hemophilia there as well. So I think we can't move her yet because we need to keep this baby Lara safe, but in future turns perhaps. So let's also see, who do we have here that could maybe go gather? We don't really have anyone. Meta can try and gather, but unfortunately without success. And who do we just have here? Duke Roku. So A and C. What are our females again? So A and B, A and B. What did we need? We needed that D immunity. We still haven't had it pass on. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Kunu. Okay, we gotta sit and figure out which of our creatures we're going to want to have. We're going to want to have potentially be breeding creatures. So let's look at the ones that have the same immunity. So A and B, Vatano and Kirnovan here have the same genes. pretty much. Their claw is on the opposite side. But okay, so Vontano is a little bit worse off because he has the bad eyesight. What else is different? Just different patterning, I think, for the most part. So Vontano is a little bit worse off, and I think I'm going to have him gather from some of the poisonberry bushes because we need somebody who has a claw to be able to do that. So I'm going to mark him with yellow. Although we've been using yellow for the family of night, so I'm going to go ahead, we'll bring him over here, we'll have him gather some, and he will risk that poisoning, but it will help in the long run here. And I'm also going to put him as Omega because he's not our best breeding creature there. So A and C, who is in the nest currently? A and C, Dugroku. So I'm almost wondering, because he doesn't quite have the leader's name, but he's named Dugroku. So perhaps perhaps they have high hopes for him being able to inherit the tribe, perhaps, or to take leadership. We'll have to see what his story may hold. But let's see. So BC, BA, BA, AB. So these two have the same. I think that we're probably going to want to continue to have Dugroku here be the breeding one, because even though he has worse eyesight, he has the double claw, and so we'll mark him as alpha. We'll mark Kunu as an omega here. Unfortunately, he may end up having to take some risks as well, but we're gonna have him step out of the nest here. I don't know if this guy is going for Relin here, but we will see. And there's really nobody else. Well, I'm going to have her destroy this berry bush, actually, because that will get us a lot closer. Yeah, that helped. Okay. Is there anybody else who could do that? They could destroy some, but they won't grow back. I almost wonder, nope, he wouldn't make it up there in time, unfortunately, if he could get to that one and destroy it. But I don't think any of our strong creatures could do that. You could try. Didn't succeed, though, unfortunately. And let's see, because we do have to breed these guys again. We've got several babies being born, and so I want to be cautious of that. Oh, he might actually try and breed with Relin, which would not be bad. He only has 2 days left, but that does mean that would be a good, that would get these genes back in the family, perhaps. That would maybe get this K immunity in there. So out of those two, we marked those two. Do the 2 females have the same genes? Yes, they do. Or they have the same immunity genes. So I think Isislen here, if I can pronounce her name, has better genes, it looks like. She has the double claw. She has better eyesight. So we're going to have to mark her as an alpha. And I think Meta here is going to end up being an omega. And out of the boys here, B and C, B and A, B and A. So I think Precure Pre here might have to, yeah, because he doesn't have as good of genes. He's going to have to also be an omega, I think. So we have plenty of omegas, and I think that will help deal with some of the food issues we're starting to have here. Let's see, is there another... There's a poisonberry bush over there. There's cactus there. Maybe I'm gonna move Duclair a little bit further this way. We're just gonna take a sniff. I don't think there's anything new around there, unfortunately. So we're gonna go ahead and we can gather up some of this nesting material, but I think that's about it. Yeah, all we really have who has moves left are all the babies, and I don't think most of them really need to go anywhere. But let's go ahead, zoom in. We're going to be bidding farewell to Roku II, and who knows when a successor may appear, but we will be watching for another one who bears his name. So let's go ahead, we'll start a new day. And he's passed away. I hear bad sounds. Oh boy, what's going on? There's another carnivore here. This defender bear has 7 days left, so we've got some time here. Oh, and that's so sad. Okay, first things first, Kome, attack there. We don't have any unattended babies, so that's good. We're going to take a look at the new baby in a moment, but I think Preduke has to go gather up this meat here. Now, it's going to give us a lot, and so I feel like that was maybe his friend's kind of last sacrifice for the tribe. Is it going to give us like 20 meat? Oh my goodness, yes. Oh, Preduke, that's kind of sad. It's even, I think it's It's like 30. Oh my goodness. It's still going up. It was 30 meat. Wow. Well, I guess that's kind of his friend's last sacrifice there. It was a bit of an uncommon bond that they had, but in the end, that was his last act to help the tribe. That guy had been there since the beginning, too, so it is very, very sad. Let's see, we'll bring Lenray over here. I'll have her help gather, and let's see. So we have Ismay, another female. She also has the poison fangs. We're also starting to see these antlers popping up more and more frequently here. And so that's a pretty good thing. And I kind of want to see if we can have Lupriku actually double back around, perhaps, because even though he has the short-sighted eyes, he does have the poison fangs, and he does have the he does have the poison fangs double, and that's something that I kind of want to see. So let's take a look at these guys. We have, I think, so Ismay B and A. I'm going to have Anasi come up here. We'll have you continue to gather, and we'll have you continue to gather. We want to pass those poison fangs on as much as we can. We could actually possibly have Vanu breed into this family again too. So B and A, no, okay, so we couldn't because that would be bad immunity wise. Okay, you can take 3 attacks against this guy. He has 5 days left. Oh no. And that Rabble just stole right from under your nose. Alright. Oh! There's a baby bear Yena. Okay. Lupriku, you're going to have to risk this. We can't pass up the chance to have a friendly bear Yena in the tribe. That would help. I wonder what's going to happen with the bear, though. That could be kind of interesting. I'm going to move Kois over here. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, Nudicare, quickly come over here. And we'll go ahead, we'll destroy this. And I think you can step over here and still be safe. Anasi can come and kind of keep an eye on baby Lara here. And Relin can help us gather up here. And maybe try to dig. No success, though. And I think Tana, I'm going to bring Tana down here because we're going to need her to, we're going to need her down here, I think. Let's see, what else? Where, is there another savanna tree anywhere? There's not, I don't think. Yeah, that's the only one on the island, unfortunately, that could give us a little extra food. But she can fly all the way down here. I don't want her close to the sick babies, but she can come sit down here at least. And Rolerno can go ahead, gather. That'll get us some extra food. And let's see. You can gather here. We'll have Dukler come and gather here. And we had Malami, who has the sticky tongue. She also has the bat head secondary, which is really good to see. Let's look at, so these guys, except for, well, Dukirku is CC, but out of all their kids, they're all going to be CD. So it's not a great diverse amount of genes, but it's still something. Now, how do we want to do this? We don't want to get the babies sick. Do we get Koisray sick? I don't think we did. We need to move these guys somewhere else. I'm gonna move Koisray up here. We'll move Sakura can come and watch the baby here. Let's go ahead, you can gather. Is there another nest though anywhere? There's not a close one. They'd have to go all the way back up here. Let's see. I'm gonna try for it. We're gonna move Lerno up here. We'll move Rare right here. We're going to have him try to breed. There we go. And she can make it. Okay, we just have to be careful and not let Tatai's linger for too long. We could have... Is there anywhere he can dig around here? Sadly, no. But we'll have him come and sit with her, and then we'll just make sure we scoot these guys out of the way. So we actually have enough food this turn, thanks to that, the peaceful bear that just passed away, which is, it still makes me really, really sad. It's kind of, oh man. It is a very sad thing, but it was also a very helpful thing as well. It did help us out in the long run. Why don't you try and dig? It's not going to probably work, but it was still something to try. And then Von Taduk, you can move up here and start kind of coming closer, I think. But I think what we're going to do, so Ralme, I still want to possibly breed her, and then let's look at who else over here could we breed. We have Miellen, who is D and B. No, okay, but we finally did get the D in there. So we got the D immunity in there. So let's take a look. A and C. And A and C, who was it who had better? B and A, D and B, no, dang it. Okay, B and C, we need C and A, right? Oh, it is A and C, okay. D and B, so A and C, we're actually pretty close to having a good breeding pair here. So let's have, also, where do we want to put Meta? I'm going to send Meta down this way, honestly, because we have had some problems off here in the shadows. But I think I'm going to stop breeding these guys because we need to not have a constant influx of babies that's going to kill our tribe. But I think these guys are going to be our blue-pink-blue pair. So Miellen with D and B and Dugroku with A and C. They're going to probably be the leaders of our double claw line. So Miellen has short-sighted eyes, unfortunately. We'll try and remove those as best we can. Thankfully, oh no, Dugroku does have them too. I thought maybe he didn't, so we'll put those in for him as well. He has the double claw, so he doesn't need the double claw in there. He's actually got no hemophilia. He's got no fertility problems. It's just the poison fangs that we want in there. He also has the antlers, which is kind of cool. And although I kind of almost want the Savannah horns in this line, I don't know. We can finally have different horn types for different lines now, and I don't really know what to do with that. But I think we can't put the Savannah horns in his genetics, but I'm going to try to put the lean body or the medium body in because that's going to help them out in the Savannah. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be better than the big body. So even though the big body will help them fight, these guys, we also want them to have some maneuverability too, because this will give them some speed. It just won't give them the extra boost. And with a friendly bear unit in the family, that's another thing that we can look into for this family as well, perhaps. We'll have to see. But I think that's going to be a good result from this. So we also have Isislin, who has A and B, B and A. I don't think B and C. I don't think out of any of these guys, so I don't think there's anyone here who would be a good match amongst. I think this is going to be our best matchup. But what I wanted to see, so B and A, both of them are B and A. We would need C and D, which is probably not something we're going to find. We're going to probably have to chance it with these guys. We have Luprico with B and A. Actually, B and C is different. B and A is the same. And then Von Taduk has D and F. He actually wouldn't be a bad one to try and breed either. He does have the derp snout, but he also has poison fangs underneath. He has a deformed paw. He does have short eyesight, or short-sighted eyes. But I don't think overall that's too bad. He's also got very good fertility. So I think Von Taduk is actually going to be kind of a surprising unsung hero with these guys. We're probably going to breed him with Ismay, and I think they'll be the ones to kind of continue on this legacy. Probably not Realme, actually, because what was it that was... Oh, she doesn't have the antlers, which is what I was hoping for. Although she does have the big body... I don't think that's going to help this tribe as much. They're definitely lending more towards a Savannah tribe, that's for sure. And I think I do want to have some of them head off this way at some point, even if that means we have kind of a group split off from this one. Now, with some of the new systems, it actually is possible to basically recreate your tribe and send them off to a, quote, new island by putting them on the ports, and then you can go ahead and send them off somewhere. So that would be kind of an interesting thing to try. We're going to go ahead, we'll gather up that meat on the next turn, but it is actually about time to wrap up the episode. I'm sorry for all the technical stuff at the end there. Just wanted to make sure we got that in, and we'll go ahead. Next time we will see how these guys, or what these guys' last baby turns out like. We've had them have a few already, and they definitely have passed on some of those Savannah genes, so that's good to see. I really want to see this line persist, and so we definitely need to be breeding Malami and Do either of these? No. We definitely need to breed Malame there and make sure. Oh yeah, let's try to find her a mate real fast. We also need to breed our family of night because they are rapidly dwindling. I think we're going to get stuck just breeding all of them together pretty much and maybe trying to find one outside mate. Actually, come to think of it, these guys all have the bat head. So C and D, they're all going to be C and D, but it might not be a bad idea to try and breed some of them as well, to try and get that gene in the family, because we definitely don't want to lose it. But yeah, honestly, Coco, I think, is probably going to be our best bet, and she only has 3 days left, so we need to be very careful. In fact, what if we just scoot Alenta up here, bring Coco over here, we can breed them. That worked. I should have probably set up the mutation menu first. That was not such a smart idea, and unfortunately she does have the deformed paw, and there's not much we can do about the hemophilia, I don't think. No, because we've had 7 generations, but yeah, I think there's not too much else we can do. And for him, we did put that in for his eyes at least. And I'm going to try and give him better feet, or better back feet. Not that that'll really affect his flying, but he has a 50-50 chance of not having a flying offspring, basically. That's where it would be good to breed him with Tana, because she definitely would now. There is a chance, of course, that their immunity is going to be too similar. Although DNA and CNA... they're actually both one difference, so that's a good thing. Thankfully, Tana is also a little younger. But we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here for today. I know I keep rambling on, because it is about that time again. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.